Welcome to my classroom. In this video, we are going to talk about a very easy trick to actually factor your quadratics. So that's going to be our concept, factoring quadratics. Now in this factoring quadratics, I'm not going to teach you the traditional way because I'm assuming that you have an idea about the traditional method. What we are going to do here is we are going to learn an easy trick that's going to help you factor any quadratics that is factorable in less than 30 seconds. So that's going to be our trick. So first of all, I'm going to solve the same question using the traditional method. So let us write down our question. And our question is 2x squared plus 17x plus 21. So that is going to be our factoring question, which we are going to factorize using our traditional method. And in our traditional method, basically what we do is we multiply our first number and the last number. So you must be doing this already. You take your first and last number, which is 21. I think I messed up here by drawing this line, so I'll erase that. So hopefully I don't mess up anymore. Let's see. All right, so it is 2 times 21 is 42. Now you need to think of two numbers in the world whose sum is going to be 17, but whose product is 42. Correct? So what we do is basically we think of two numbers or do some calculations here. And after some time, you can come up with numbers as 14 and 3. I hope you agree with me because 14 and 3 are the only numbers that hold true for this given question. Because 14 plus 3 is 17 and 14 times 3 is 42. So it holds true in both the cases, as you can see. All right, now let us use these numbers and go ahead and start factorizing our question. 2x squared, I'm breaking down 17x as 14x plus 3x plus 21. Now students, I will go ahead and break down my two parentheses like this. So I can take people common out of here. So from this first parentheses, the maximum people I can take common out is 2x. Inside, I will have x plus 2 times what is 14? 7. Plus, from the second piece, I can take common is only the number 3. And I'll have x plus 7. Now, I got my x plus 7, x plus 7. So one of my factors is x plus 7. And my other factor is 2x plus 3. So from here, solving the equation, factoring, and basically if we are trying to solve it, we will have to put these pieces equals to 0. So that will be, we'll have x plus 7 equal to 0, which will give me x equals negative 7. And my next one is going to be 2x plus 3 equals 0, which will end up giving me x equals negative 3 by 2. So I hope you agree with me that with the traditional method, these are the two answers that we should be getting. All right, so now on the next page, I'm going to try to solve the same question, but using the trick, the fun and easy trick that in less than 10 seconds or 15 seconds maximum, you'll be done. So let us write the same first question again, students, and it is 2x squared plus 17x plus 21. So basically the steps that we need to follow, I'm going to list the steps here. Your very first step is going to be, sorry about that. Your first step is going to be, you'll have your two numbers, right? So you'll think of your numbers. So I'm going to call this step as numbers. So you'll have two numbers here. Our second step is going to be change sign. So plus or minus sign, you change them. If it's a plus, you change it to minus. If it's a minus, you change it to plus. Your third step is whatever answers you get in step 2, you divide those numbers by a. Now you'll say, what is a here? So basically a is going to be always in quadratic. Your first number is a, second is b, third is c. So here for this question your a is 2. Now let us go with the trick method. You remember in the last page we had 14 and 3 as our numbers, correct? So I list out my numbers 14 and 3. My next step is I change their sign. So as you can see, they were both positive. I change them to negative. My step 3 is going to be divide by a. So divide by a. What is a here? 2. So I divide both of them by 2. 2. I got negative 7 and negative 3 by 2. So students, in the traditional method, I had the same answer in so many steps. And in this trick method, I got the same answer in just these 3 easy steps, or 2 steps, in fact. So I hope I'm making sense. Let's do another example together. So let me clear this page up, and then let's write down our next question. All right, so our next question is going to be question number 2 that we are going to practice. Remember, we are doing it with the trick way. So 10x squared plus 89x minus 9. So that's our question. Again, remember, we do follow the traditional steps as well. So our first step as per the traditional is we times 10 times negative 9 is negative 90. And then now we just have to think of 2 numbers which will actually hold true for this type of question. So basically I'm thinking of 2 numbers which when multiplied give me negative 90, but which when added give me plus 89. So hopefully by now you are already done thinking, or if you want to take your time and think, you can pause the video and think of the 2 numbers. So all right, so after some thinking, I feel like the 2 numbers that I have are 90 and negative 1. So you can see and check 90 times negative 1 is negative 90, and 90 minus 1 is 89. So yes, these 2 numbers are holding true as to my condition in the question. Let us list our numbers here. What was our step 2? Step 2 is change signs. So I'll make this negative, I'll make this positive, the opposite signs. What was our step 3? Our division by a. So our a here is 10, the coefficient of x squared. So I divide both of them by 10 by 10. So 10 times negative 9 and plus 1 over 10. So I solved my equation by factoring in. Maybe I was explaining, so it took me extra time, but you can see that it's no less than 30 seconds. All right, I'll give you one to try on your own, and you can share the answers in the comments. So the question is 5x squared minus x, so it'll be 1x minus 18. And then I'll let you try this on your own, and let's see if you're able to get the right answer. Remember the 3 easy steps that we have, and you should be done in maybe less than a minute, I'm sure. So all right, I hope you like this trick and you're going to use it in other questions as well. So like, share, and subscribe, and please let me know if you find a mistake. Happy learning. Bye.